Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I have another sewing project video for you. I feel like I need to make a disclaimer. That's pretty much all this channel is going to be from here on out. If you're here hoping that I will post any type of video that I posted maybe like 2 years ago, probably not going to happen. I'm just going to be honest. You know, I'm not here to waste your time. So if you're interested in seeing my sewing, fashion, getting a degree, it's not a degree, it's a certificate too. Why not hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bells, and let's go on this journey together. My mum gave me a whole bag of old clothes of hers that she thought I might want to upcycle, cut up and turn into other stuff. So that's what I'm going to do in this video. I've got a whole bag of clothes. I'm going to jump into them. I'm going to try them on. I'm going to see if I can do anything with them. My mother is a rather eclectic woman, so I can imagine that there's some pretty funky pieces in there, which I'm very excited about. So I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I'm not gonna waste your time 2021. I'm just gonna get right into it. I'm gonna jump into those clothes and let's suss them out together. It's a no from me. What the fuck were you even doing with this, Mum? I'm not really a fan of this either. I don't think this one is too bad. It is really tight across the chest. I feel like I can't breathe. I like this one. I love this one. I love the ruffles. I love the color of the ruffles. I love the pattern on this. What I was thinking about doing, and it depends how this works, is possibly turning it into a two-piece set and using one of the ruffles off the skirt as like the fringe around the bottom of the top. I feel like most of these clothes I'll just end up turning into skirts. Next up, we have this black and white stripy cardigan. I personally like it as is. Thinking I might do is just take the sleeves off and turn it kind of like into a sweater vest. Inconclusive. I think in total there's 4 pieces of yes, 2 pieces of no, 1 piece maybe. Stick around, let's get to it.
I started with this dress because it was honestly my favourite piece. I really loved the frills, the colours, the pattern, basically everything about it except for the fact that it was a dress. I decided I was going to cut it in 2 and turn it into a really cute flowy 2-piece set. All I did was measure how long I wanted the skirt because I really wanted the skirt to be long enough to fit me and to wear it without showing off my ass cheeks essentially. So I prioritized the length of the skirt because that was the most important piece out of this thing for me.
I was thinking about the best way to take the waist in because as you can see there is quite a lot of it. If I take this seam here and then this seam here on the back and I pin them together, just take out this portion of the skirt and then just sew down this side seam. For the crop top, I cannot do it without some of the frills. It is just far too short, but I couldn't give the top any more fabric on the bottom because then my skirt would be far too short. However, with the frills that I will get from this will be enough for me to attach a single frill on the bottom so I can wear it and it's not going to be too booby because as you can see there's nothing under there. Me titty just going flop right out. So that's what I'm going to work on now.
I removed the additional portion of the skirt that I wasn't needing anymore and then I created new seams to connect the skirt back together so it was one whole piece. Then I also hemmed the top of it and then I just threaded through an elastic waistband. This step is really super easy. I'll put a link in the description box below to a tutorial if anyone wants to know how to do this.
I've hemmed the waistline and I have put the elastic in it, but I pinned the side seam here and as I put it on it busted open at the top because there's not enough fabric to allow it to move over my thick ass thighs. I'm going to reattach this piece here and then I'm just gonna really cinch the waist in, kind of go for that cute preppy look. I'm just gonna forfeit on the top. Moving on.
After being unsuccessful in my first attempt at making this skirt, I reattached the portion that I had previously removed, and it was all smooth sailing from there.
Alright, so I don't mean to toot my own horn as I am just a beginner, but I want to show you a comparison between the professional stitching and mine. This here is the professional stitching by whoever originally made this dress. It's very clean. Look, it looks fucking sick. This is mine. I feel like this looks just as good as the original. Look how clean. Bitch, look how clean this is. Like, oh my goodness. I've left the top section of the hem unstitched so I can feed the elastic through as one whole piece, and then I'm just gonna, you know, stitch it together like that. So that's what I'm gonna do now.
Now that my skirt was all in one piece and it was fitting nicely, I re-threaded the elastic through and created a new waistband. The second piece I chose to do was probably the most difficult one out of all of them. I chose this dress because it had tons of fabric and I really wanted to test my skills and turn it into something almost completely different. So because it had a lot of fabric, I decided I was going to completely cut it up and make my own pattern. To do this, I grabbed a skirt from my wardrobe that I really liked and I just traced its outline onto the bottom half of the skirt that I'd cut up to create my very own skirt. Now this was the first time I've ever done anything like this, so I wasn't too sure if it was actually going to turn out the way that I wanted it to.
I've got my new cut pattern piece of fabric, whatever the fuck you want to call it. So this is front and back side of the skirt. I'm making many strides with this skirt. I'm doing a lot of things for the first time. There's many and new things for me. And what I'm about to do now has never been attempted before by me. I'm gonna try and sew a zipper into this skirt. I know zippers can be very intimidating, so I've heard. So yeah, this is either gonna make or break my dress. I'm either gonna do it relatively okay or I'm absolutely gonna fuck it up. I'm about to, you know, sew a zipper in. Wish me luck, guys.
To put the zipper in, I followed a tutorial, which I'll put the link in the description box below because I have no idea how to explain this process. So if you want to know how to do that, link is in the description box below. Here is my zipper. It's obviously not secured. I've only just pinned it. And it's not the exact color that I wanted it to be, but it's just going to be on the inside, so hopefully you won't see too much of it. So I feel like yellow is fine. So now I have to change that to a zipper foot because apparently that will be far easier, and I really want this to be as easy as possible. But once I do that, I'm going to start sewing this. So in a few minutes, this skirt could either be half finished or half fucked. I finished the zip. Based on my sewing skills and the fact that I've never put a zipper in before, comment right now whether you think this skirt is half finished or half fucked. So that took me an hour and a half, and I watched a video, like a tutorial, the whole time just to make sure that I got it right. And it was a very long process, a lot of like basting stitches, which I then had to undo to see if it had been held together properly. I'm gonna tell you that the skirt ended up half finished. So this is it. So I have a fully functional zip and I fucking love it. It is not perfect by any means. We start here at the bottom of the zip and it's pretty even all the way up until about here, and then it kind of starts going a little bit skew-if, but that's just the little, I don't know what you want to call this bit here, which I'm not too phased about because it'll kind of just sit there and like cover that bit of the zip. I will only care about it if it screws up how aligned this bit is with that bit, because obviously there's a bit more fabric taken than I was anticipating. However, it is fully functional and I am in love. Now that the zip was in and wasn't causing me any grief, all I had left to work on was creating the top and bottom hems and then connecting the skirt together at the side seams. This was all pretty basic and I didn't really struggle much with it. While I was adding the final touches onto the skirt, I decided I wanted to add a cute little waistband feature and a supporting band across the back of the skirt. I also wanted to cover up the top of the zip, so I created these cute little tie-ups on the side so I could use it to tie into a bow. For the waistband feature, I used that off the original dress waist, as well as the band on the back was from the collar of the dress. And for the tie-up bow on the side, I just used additional cut-off pieces. I feel like these additions really added to the cuteness of the skirt and I'm really happy with how it turned out. The final piece of this project was turning this sweater into a cute sweater vest. This was super basic because all I had to do was cut off the sleeves and then tuck them on the inside, re-hem them, and kind of just, you know, tidy it up a little bit. I really love the pattern and the bottom of the sweater, so I knew I just had to do something with it, and I also wanted to wear it in the summertime, so I just cut the sleeves off, and yeah, that's pretty much all there was to it. This was super simple, didn't take me very long, probably like an hour, maybe an hour and a half, considering I'm not all that skilled. It was really hard to sew the new hemming on the sleeves though. I think just because it was like stretchy sweater fabric and I've never worked with that before, so you can see here that yeah, I'm kind of sewing it really weirdly and it doesn't quite look like I know what I'm doing, but yeah, that was it.
And there you have it, guys. That's the end of this video. Those are the 3 pieces of my mum's clothing that I turned into something else. Overall, I'm really happy with all of them. I am especially happy with how the skirt turned out. I was really surprised how easy it was to put that zipper in, although I don't know if that's just beginner's luck.
I haven't made anything since then with another zip, so like, yeah, I don't really know how that's gonna go. I've worn the first skirt multiple times. It is literally one of my favorite pieces in my wardrobe right now, especially since we're in summer. It's so breezy and flowy, and it's just really gorgeous. Like, I just absolutely love the coloring on that skirt. It's easily one of my favorite pieces ever. I had a lot of fun making all of them, and just kind of, although like the sweater vest was not really turning it into something else, neither was the dress turning that into a skirt. That was all pretty basic, but I guess I had fun, you know, like just turning them into something else. The rest of the clothes that my mum gave me, I'm just gonna donate to Vinnie's because I'm not gonna use them for anything, so may as well just give them a second life. I am slowly but surely getting a bit better since I made all these clothes, because I think I made them like mostly last week, and yeah, so since then I have made several other pieces using patterns for the first time. Not very good at it. I don't know much about making clothes from patterns. I don't know what any of anything on the patterns means. Like, it's so confusing to me. But let me know if you would like to see videos of me making stuff out of patterns. I have to get better at that because since I've been accepted into studying fashion next year, it is something that I'm gonna have to do a lot, and I'm totally out of my depth at the moment. And yeah, so I'm gonna have to practice a lot with making legitimate patterns, using legitimate patterns, not just my own. So yeah, let me know if you would be interested in watching me make clothes from scratch using patterns. And yeah, I'll think about doing it. Anyways guys, thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you thought about this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, blah blah blah. Same old shit that I say in every video. But I really do appreciate all of you, and I really do appreciate that you've watched this video and you've made it this far in the video. If you have, thank you. But yes, anyways guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.